welcome everyone back to the channel. Take number 2. This is Zach with the Xplore Nation YouTube channel, your host, and this is the Squared Circle Podcast, episode 11. And we're doing the preview and predictions for AEW's Full Gear show this Saturday night. And what a loaded show. What a loaded show today. I have a lot to talk about. Lots of changes happening. Lots of new things. Wait. Where's my face? I'm trying to look for my face. There I am. How's everyone doing? How are y'all doing? Yeah, lots to talk about. A lot to go over here. Full Gear. Tomorrow night, Saturday. I'm actually legit excited. This is starting to shape up to be a really awesome card. But before we get into all that and all the stuff that's going on with Full Gear, if you're not already a member of the Xplore Nation and you'd like to subscribe, well, hit that like button, share this video to your friends, share the word, and subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, join the nation, as I do at the end of every video. But, all right, I'm very good at the whole taglines and all that stuff. So, yes, Full Gear tomorrow night. It is shaping up, but it's sort of started to change since last week. Last week we had the buy-in, which was going to have Orange Cassidy and John Silver. That is now a part of the main card. They have now decided that they want to switch it to Serena Deeb defending her championship against the newly acquired free agent, or I don't know what word I'm trying to come up with. She's the newly designated free agent, Allison Kay. My brain is not working, if anyone can't already tell. But yes, Allison Kay is now a free agent. That is now your buy-in match. And I guess since I'm already talking about it, let's just go to the buy-in, shall we? But the buy-in, Allison Kay taking on Serena Deeb for the NWA Women's World Championship. This should actually be a match that's going to be fantastic. No, there's been absolutely no build to this match. This was literally announced on Dynamite, or around the time Dynamite started on Wednesday. You know, Billy Corgan and Tony Khan striking an agreement. And this Women's World Championship has been everywhere. Why don't we have Nick Aldis yet? Where's Nick Aldis, everyone? Where is Sir Nick? I want to see him. But yes, we're there. This match is supposed to kick it off in the buy-in. And build or no build, this is going to be a great match. You got someone like an Allison Kay wrestling on your show, even if it's a one-off appearance or maybe a few appearances. I don't know if she'll sign with AEW or if she already has. Serena Deeb is an AEW women's wrestler. Maybe Allison Kay is going to re-sign with the NWA and they're going to put the title back on her. And rather than her defeat Thunder Rosa again, they're doing it this way. I have no clue. But it should be great. But imagine getting an Allison Kay into the AEW roster. Her and a Serena Deeb in that locker room as leaders for the women's division would be fantastic. Imagine what an Allison Kay working with a Britt Baker could do. If you've not sat and watched Allison Kay wrestle, you're missing out, man. From Impact to the NWA, because I was watching NWA Power and I forgot how good she actually was. And now she's on this bigger stage, probably the biggest stage she's been on since the Mae Young Classic a few years back. This is a big opportunity from her. And does it suck that this just poof out of nowhere? Yeah, it kind of does. But it is a great match. Honestly, I'd put Orange Cassidy and John Silver back on the buy-in. And I'd put this on your main card. But for a kickoff match, it'll be pretty damn good. Let's just be real. It's going to be a really good match. I'm looking forward to it. Build or no build. I hope AEW grabs her up. I don't see her going to WWE or NXT. I hope not. So I'm hoping that she sticks with AEW and that's where she lands. But we'll see. Serena Deeb, though, won the championship a little more than a week ago, 2 weeks maybe, from Thunder Rosa. What's the status with her? Gosh, imagine all three of these ladies going at it. Would be awesome. But Serena Deeb, your new women's world champ, taking her on. I'm excited. Tag me in. I'm all for it. I can't wait. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Speaking of the match that was a part of the buy-in, and I'll get in, before I go on, actually, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, and I know people have noticed, but the fact that they have pushed the NWA Women's Championship more than their own championship, more than their own champion, kind of makes me wonder why. What's going on? And I'll talk more about that. And, on the topic of them being locker room leaders, the two of them, I'm not saying Hikaru or Nyla or Britt couldn't be great leaders, but they're veterans, consummate professionals. They've been in this business. They helped train. Imagine them working with this younger talent. How much more tight this locker room would be. How much more this roster and these matches would be. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm moving on. Sorry, sidetracked for a second. But freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy taking on number 4 Dark Order's John Silver, and was supposed to be a buy-in match, and they decided to put it onto the main card. Okay. Now, I am one of those who I have absolutely loved Orange Cassidy. But at the same time, where has he gone? Where are they going with him now that he's done with the whole Chris Jericho feud? Chris Jericho feud that ended up pretty awesome. Ended up being a pretty awesome feud at the ending of All Out and everything. That was honestly awesome. But what are they doing with him now? You got John Silver taking him on in something that's being built based around the TNT Championship, but he's not actually a part of it. I don't know. This isn't the match that I'm jumping out of my skin to watch, but I think it'll be an entertaining match at the very least, right? You'd think so? Oh, and also, by the way, I'm picking Serena Deeb to retain her championship against Allison Kay. Unless she signs with the company, I don't see her winning the championship. So I'm picking Serena Deeb to retain. I'm also going to pick Orange Cassidy to win this match. Seeing him take on the Dark Order without Trent or Chuck in his corner, I don't know, him branching off. I guess it's an interesting concept. It's entertaining. But it's not a match, like I said, it's not a match that I'm just like, oh my goodness, I got to see this match. It's not. It's entertaining and interesting, and that's the best that I can honestly say. That's the most I can say, that I'm just interested in it. So I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know. What do you all think? So but I'm picking Orange Cassidy. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. It's just not the match that I'm like, oh my god, let me see it. But I am gonna move on. Now. This match, okay, look, I'm not saying I'm against a Matt Hardy-Sammy Guevara match. I think if they were actually able to pull one off without any incident, this would be great. But we're getting Elite Deletion. I guess this is a last man standing match. I don't really remember being told what the actual rules were. Is this going to be at the compound? What version of Matt Hardy are we getting? Somebody tell me. But Elite Deletion, Sammy Guevara taking on Matthew Hardy. Okay. We saw this at All Out with these two guys. We saw what happened to Matt Hardy. We saw the whole internet explode with why is Matt wrestling when he's clearly hurt? We saw when they had a scuffle before that. Matt getting his head busted open by Sammy Guevara. Where does this stop? Why are we still doing this? Are we that desperate to wrap up this storyline? We don't need this. I'm not saying it won't be an entertaining match. If it goes off without any incident, without anybody being hurt, But can we guarantee ourselves that? I'm not sure we can. So, yeah. I don't know. I would like to see Sammy Guevara go over in this match and finally get a win. Matt doesn't need it. Matt does not need a win. This story needs to end. I want this to be the end of it. And I want Sammy Guevara to move on to whatever's going on with the Inner Circle and MJF. And I want Matt to go do something else. I don't care what Matt does. Whatever he does will be gold. But I just want these two separate from each other. Okay, they've built this up enough. Can we just stop? That's all I'm asking, that we stop. But I am picking Matt Hardy to win. I think they're going to have Matt Hardy win. He won it all out, despite the fact that the match shouldn't have continued. I don't care what you think. That match should have stopped. But I'm going to pick Matt Hardy to win this feud because Sammy Guevara can never pick up a win. And that's just a sad fact. That is such a sad fact. All right. Where was I? All right. So, here we go, though. Speaking of the Inner Circle, it's Le Champion taking on MJF in their first ever singles bout. If Chris Jericho wins, MJF, he's not in. But if MJF wins, he's in the Inner Circle, man. MJF will be in the Inner Circle. I think this is a fantabuloso match, and I can't wait to see this one. I think these two are going to have, surprisingly, probably one of the best matches of the night. MJF is one of the better young wrestlers, still so young. And we know what this is going to lead to. We know this is going to lead to MJF eventually taking over the Inner Circle and maybe even turning Chris into a face again. Face Chris Jericho in AEW could be an interesting thing. Maybe it leads to Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara both being kicked out, and then they're taking on the Inner Circle. We don't know where this will lead. I'm definitely picking MJF to win. The theoriest means or not, MJF is winning this match because we're going to get the Inner Circle eventually booting Chris Jericho. Maybe they actually help MJF win this match because they want a new leader, and they're like, maybe MJF would be better for us. Chris is kind of a narcissistic pig. Don't know, but I think the match is going to be great. And I'm fully thinking that MJF's winning this, and I know for a fact this is leading to Jericho eventually, whether it's later or now, going to be booted from the Inner Circle. And the way they've built this up with MJF, they're just starting to kind of run into each other and these little side quibs and kind of talking shit a little bit about each other, but then laugh at the other people like, ha ha ha, they're beneath us, even though we don't like each other. To doing the dinner debonair. Oh my God, did anyone see that freaking dance sequence? That was great. Go out of your way, watch that. Then doing a town hall meeting with Eric Bischoff and all these people just asking questions and kind of shitting on MJF. And then you got the subplot of MJF and Wardlow eventually splitting. So then maybe Wardlow ends up joining them. I don't know. But it's layered and it's interesting. And these two are killing it. I love it. I love all of it. And you get Sammy Guevara pissy about him. You had Ortiz kind of pissy about him. But I think it's a swerve, at least for one of them. I think Sammy Guevara will actually be against him. I think most people feel that way. I don't know. I don't know where this will lead or how this will play out. I just know that I am interested. And I honestly cannot wait. Cannot wait to see it. And yes, again, MJF's going to win this match. Probably with some nefarious means. And if he doesn't turn on Jericho yet, Jericho's going to be like, oh, that's awesome. But then deep down inside, Jericho's like, I freaking hate this guy. It'll be something like that. For sure. Something like that. And next, this is to me the match that I think everyone has been waiting to see. FTR. Ever since their debut in this company, everyone has been waiting to see this match, and it's happening at Full Gear. The Young Bucks versus Dash. Oh my God. Dax Hardwood. Oh my God. I was gonna call them by their slaves' name. This is gonna be FTR versus the Young Bucks. Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood. These guys have reinvented themselves. You can still see those shades of freaking old WWE look. And hey, it's fine. No one cares. It's all good. It's all good, man. But I think this is the match that everyone is most anticipated. Ever since FTR walked in the door back over the summer and showed up. But then you get this whole stipulation of if the Young Bucks don't win, they're never challenging for the titles again. Why would you do that? You're telegraphing this. You're telegraphing the finish because no way you're going to take the Young Bucks out of the title picture, man. No way. So we're gonna give FTR a little token title run just to throw the belts onto the Young Bucks all of a sudden? Why would we do this? Honestly, as excited about this as I am, I think we could have held this off for a little bit longer. I think we could have drew this out till Revolution or whatever there's going to be the pay-per-view later next year. We could have held this off till Double or Nothing next year when there was fans around, real fans. I think. But I think this match is going to be fantastic. These guys are going to tear the fucking house down. There will be nothing left of Daily's Place when this match is over. The way they had the Young Bucks go heel, super kicking everyone, Tony Schiavone, Tony Khan, everyone else in their sight, throwing money at people, I think was great. I didn't get it at first, but then I was like, oh, okay. All right, hey, I see what you're doing. And I loved it. Oh my goodness, this is going to be great. This is going to be a fantastic match. And seeing these guys take, I mean, the possibilities, but the thing that just keeps sticking out to me is the fact that they're doing this match and they got that stipulation. I can't get past it. The Young Bucks could lose this match and never challenge for the titles again. Then what do? Create another championship, a junior division tag team title that then you're crowding championships for the sake of having guys who could have been challenging for the titles, like Cody last year at Full Gear. If I don't win, I don't get the championship. And we're doing it again at Full Gear this year, but now with the Young Bucks. Is this what we're going to do with the Elite? All of them are eventually put the title opportunities on the line and say, if I can't win, I'm never getting another shot. We can't do that. We can't do that. That's ridiculous, man. No way we can do that. I don't know. I don't like where this is going. I really, honestly, I don't. Really don't like this. I think that, but I really do think the match is fantastic. I'm literally like working through my brain as I'm talking about this, like, where might I go with this? Because what do you do if the Young Bucks win or lose? I think it's too soon to take the titles off of FTR. Way too soon. They just won the championships in September. Not even 2 months ago. And you're going to take the belts off of them that fast? Or are we going to go with another route where now the Young Bucks got to find a way to get championship gold again? Because no way you're going to have the Young Bucks in this company and never put those titles on them. Never. You're not doing it. AEW is going to end up booking themselves into a corner here. They got to figure out how to put the title on Cody. Cody going around calling himself the ace now. So they got to figure out how to book Cody into a title picture again. And then they got to figure out how to put the Young Bucks back into a title scene. I don't think you needed to add, if we can't beat them, we're never going to be the champions. I don't think we need to do that. And I don't think I need to harp on it because I don't think it's going to take away from the match. Not at all. I don't know where this is going to go. And it makes it hard to pick because you could see it go on either way, right? You could see it going either way. But because I know I need to, and look, the build to this has been great. Build for this has been really good. These sit-down interviews, these little teases here or there. Again, seeing the Young Bucks go around like dicks finally to win the title. Well, we figured we need to be edgy because everything that's going on with the Elite. But I have to make a pick, right? So, because I can't, even though I know it's too soon, I can't see them doing the same thing for a second year in a row. I'm going to have to say the Young Bucks are going to win this match. And they're going to become the new tag team champs. I can't help but believe that that's going to be the case, man. No way they do that. No way they do that. No way they don't let them win these titles. And then I guess we get a long Young Bucks title run, and maybe they switch the titles back at Double or Nothing next year. I don't know. And then we can give FTR a full run. So that's... My microphone's being a douche to me this morning. But that's what I think. I think we're going to see the Young Bucks win the championships and continue this feud up till next year when we have fans. And they can have the big blow-off, I suppose. All right. Okay, so time to keep going. Now, I know I mentioned this earlier, and we're back to it, but literally this came out of nowhere last week. Hikaru Shida defending the championship against the woman she defeated back at Double or Nothing in May, Nyla Rose, who will, of course, have Vicky Guerrero in her corner. This for the Women's World Championship of AEW. Okay. So, riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this. Where has Hikaru Shida been? Where's she been? Where has she been? What has she been doing? This match was just kind of, Nyla Rose wants to face me, I'll face Nyla Rose. That's it. Okay. This women's division, I don't care. People will argue with it, I'm sure, but this women's division has been kind of garbage. It started to look good come All Out. It started to look like it might actually start to shape up. You had a really awesome women's title match between Shida and Thunder Rosa. I would have took a rematch of that over this. I'm not knocking these women. I think Hikaru Shida is fantastic in the ring. Absolutely fantastic. But as much as I mean, these two women had a really good match. I did. I praised their match at Double or Nothing. I just don't want to see this again. You're going to keep coming back to these two? Nyla Rose is constant in the picture. I don't think Nyla Rose should be the one to take this belt off of Hikaru. I think it should be Britt Baker. Give Britt Baker a little bit more time to season and hold off on that. This is another match I don't know which way would be the right way to go. I'm picking Hikaru Shida to retain her championship. I don't think they're going to put the title back on Nyla Rose. They don't need to put the title back on Nyla Rose, and I think that would be a big mistake. Because then, who do you have to challenge Nyla? Who? They haven't built no one up in this division on the face side to face anyone. That's the thing. You look at their women's division. Who is there to challenge for this championship? And I'm not blaming it all on AEW. You gotta... The the thing going around in the world right now. Has a big part to do with this. That's why they're missing a lot of the women that they had and were wanting to start to build. Do you have, once restrictions lift, you bring back, I don't know, who do you bring back? Who do you sign? Do you go out and sign a Tessa Blanchard and bring her in? She's probably WWE bound. I don't know who you get. Do you then transition an Allison Kay over to a title feud? I don't know. I don't know what you do after this. This match hasn't had any build. This match was kind of plopped together last minute. That's the truth. I don't know what they do. I don't know where they're going to go with this. I guess I'm still going to stick with Hikaru Shida to win, but I don't know. I honestly have no clue what they're going to do. I do anticipate the match is going to be pretty good. I don't think it will be the best women's match on the show. I think that will go to Serena Deeb and Allison Kay. But I think these two will do pretty good. But I think the way these two work together, they need a stipulation of no holds barred, something. So they can do more in the ring. Because Nala is good, but she's still kind of green too at the same time. And she still kind of needs more work, more seasoning in that ring before you can really say she's a great wrestler. She's good, but she's not quite there yet. And as much as I think Hikaru could carry her, I don't think they need to, and they could do something to hide the deficiencies. I don't know. AEW kind of slapping this together last second because they got no plans for their women's champion. Something they keep touting about how, their women's division is great and it's growing. Is it, though? Is it? Because who are you building up? Who are you building up to make this division grow? When are you throwing Britt Baker in there? That's why I said Hikaru needs to win, because you cannot do this match and let Nyla Rose win. You've got no one after that. What, we get a third match? They split it, and we get a third match in the trilogy? We get a trilogy of matches? No, I don't need that. This isn't something people are flying off the freaking out the doors to go see. No one's flopping down money to watch this. I'm not trying to bag on these women. They're both good in their own rights. Hikaru much better than Nyla. Honestly, that's just how I feel. I don't know. I don't know who you go with. I don't know. But I'm picking Hikaru Shida. I'm going to move on. I'm just honestly going to move on. And keep on this train. This is probably one of the more interesting matches. The TNT Championship being defended as Darby Allin challenges the man who's now calling himself the Ace, Cody Rhodes. Hey, Cody, when's that heel turn coming, man? When's that heel turn coming? I'm not turning heel. I have a lot to say about Cody. I think Cody Rhodes is a phenomenal wrestler. But I think Cody Rhodes coming back and taking that TNT title back from Brody Lee was the biggest goddamn mistake they could have done. And the fact that Orange Cassidy is not a part of this match is bogus as shit. You take Orange Cassidy, who has 2 title opportunities in a row, and then you just drop him out of it to put him in a match with John Silver. Come on, man. Come on. The one thing I can tell you out of the gate, because they determined this before Orange Cassidy even had that last title opportunity, so you knew this was what it was going to be. But Darby Allin should walk out of this with that title. If he doesn't, you were making a huge mistake. And then you're going to have a lot more people mad about Cody Rhodes, and they're not going to like him as much because people like Darby, people who are in this business, people who like Steven Larson, JD, all these people all believe Darby should become the champion. If you don't, you're making a mistake. You're making a mistake if you don't. Darby Allin needs to be the AEW TNT champ. Needs to be. Just needs to be. Now, they've built this as Darby being all mysterious, and now Darby doesn't believe that TNT wants him to be the face of this company. And then Cody's trying to pull the, oh, but they do. But you're just not the ace. That's been the extent of this build. I'm seeing a lot of people maybe starting to sour on Cody. Because Cody, and maybe it's all a part of the plan to get you to dislike him because he's such a baby face, but he wants people to start to dislike him so that he can become a heel. Maybe that's the plan. But outside of the kayfabe, I think people are going to start getting sick of Cody. He was in the main event this week on Dynamite in a match that didn't need to main event the show, but because Cody was in it, Cody was the main event, and he called himself the ace. Like, come on. I was listening to Steven Larson like right before I recorded this, talking about it. And that he's, out of the VPs, the executive VPs, he's the one who really flexes his shit the most. He's like, yeah, I'm a guy, and I'm going to be a main eventer. And that's something people really worried about with this company. And no, I'm not saying that Cody Rhodes is using this company to get himself over. He has clearly went out of his way to put people over. He has. That is not what I'm saying. So please don't put that in my face, all right? That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that right now, it's looking like Cody's trying to be the guy, even though he can't be the guy. I think it's on purpose. I think this is all kayfabe. I think he wants people to start to dislike him. He's towing that line of heel and face, and has been. Now, how will Brody Lee factor into this? I don't know. I don't want Brody Lee to come back and cost Darby this title. No. You want to put the three together afterwards? Fine, but Darby needs to have that title. Darby don't need a championship to get himself over more. But you should give him one. This is your opportunity. This should be Darby's opportunity to be the champion. This is the moment. This is when it needs to happen. If it doesn't, honestly, I think you all failed. I think AEW fails here if they don't put this title. Darby wasn't able to beat Cody the first time out because Cody and him went to a duel. They freaking ran out of time. This time, Cody needs to lose. It won't hurt Cody to lose here. And if you want him to chase the title, fine. But Cody does not need to win this. I'm telling you, if they don't put this title on Darby, it will result in a lot of backlash from fans. It just will. But I'm picking Cody Rhodes to win. Because I don't think they're going to take the belt off of him. I know. All that talk about how Cody needs to lose. He should lose. And I pick Cody. Why? Because I think that's just what they're going to do. I think they're going to let Darby be in this title picture, and we're going to get Brody Lee coming back tonight. Or not tonight, tomorrow night. And he's going to end up taking that title from him. And there's going to be Brody Lee that's going to cause Cody to keep the championship. Maybe Darby wins by DQ. But either way, Cody's walking out with that championship. Even though Darby needs to win. All right. Now to a match that could also steal the show. There's a lot of show-stealing matches. It's the finals of the Eliminator Tournament to determine your number one contender for the championship. It's Kenny Omega versus Adam Hangman Page. This match, out of every match we've had, has had the most build, the most story, and it's the most interesting of all of all of these matches, this is the match that I think is this is the match next to the Young Bucks and FTR that I am looking forward to the most. You don't know which way this is going. You can't use wrestling math in this one because they've planted seeds for both guys being able to win. Just this week with their promos and the way they interacted at the when they came out for the run and save. Kenny is so close to being the cleaner, if not a version of the cleaner. They have made it so obvious that Kenny is bound to win this match. He is destined. He is bound for glory. I don't know. But then at the same time, you get Adam Page who's doubting himself. And it's not sure. What if I don't win this? And what if I win this and I don't win the big one? Like the doubt, planting the doubt for a redemption story. Where could they go with this? Honestly, you don't know. It could literally go either way. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this can go. The way they bit these guys from being partners who were reluctant at first to where they kept teasing a breakup and then they didn't break up. And neither man has ever really come to blows with the other one. Even after they lost the titles, no one turned on each other. Kenny just said, I'm done. Say la vie, Adam Page. I'm done. I'm a singles guy, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to win singles gold. They have had all these opportunities to do all these different things, and they've done it in a manner that's interesting as shit. I can't wait for this one. This is the match I am just dying to see. To see what's going to happen. I've heard people talk about a new Horseman group coming out of this match. No one can... It's split. Page will win. Omega will win. No one knows. I'm having a hard time picking. I have a prediction, but I'm having a hard time picking. Ultimately, I think Kenny Omega wins this, and we continue with Adam Page and his redemption story. He's going to fall down so far, and then they'll finally bring him back. And I think by next year's All Out, you'll see Kenny Omega versus Adam Page in a rematch. And he'll become the champion. That's what I think. I think Kenny will go on to face Moxley sometime before the end of the year. Probably like on the last Dynamite, maybe the first Dynamite of next year. And you'll see the title change. Because I know Moxley's time's coming up. Moxley's time's coming. And Kenny will win that championship. They have to put the title on him. And they're going to build him up as this tyrannical champion. I think you're going to see the cleaner come back. And then I can see them building up Adam Page and him. Long-term booking. It will be beautiful if they do it this way. I'm sure whatever AEW does with this story will be great because they've done fantastic so far. I have absolutely no reason to doubt what they will or what they won't do. I think they're going to be fantastic. Honestly. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to see. Not really sure what they'll do. But they'll do something, right? But yeah, I'm picking Kenny Omega to win this match. And I'm picking Kenny Omega to then become the AEW World Champion soon after. Alright. So here it is. I'm down to the end. I am down to the end. The main event, what I'm pretty sure will be the main event, for the AEW World Championship, Eddie Kingston challenging Jon Moxley in an I Quit match for the AEW World Championship. These two men have done everything they could conceivably do to one another. And the build for this has been fantastic. The way they started this back at All Out with Eddie Kingston not being eliminated. And I pointed that out, and I didn't hear a lot of people mention that. I was like, well, I didn't point it out, but I thought about it like, wait a second. He was never eliminated. He never went over the top. And then how AEW pulling an audible to put him in a title match when Lance Archer was unable to compete due to the shit going on, and then being able to say, hey, you know what? Why don't we build this further? Why don't we? And then they built it up to this. And these two having a legit background with each other makes it so much more realistic and personal. And you literally, you believe when these guys tell each other, you have to kill me to win. I believe them. I believe we could see a murder on pay-per-view. Ooh, I shouldn't have used that word. Oh well. But I could see these guys legit ripping each other into shreds and committing very bad acts of violence on pay-per-view. I could see that happening. Sorry, I'm trying not to get demonetized or have this video taken down. Might have already happened. Who knows? I'm just talking about wrestling, YouTube. I'm just talking about wrestling. But definitely, and then the I Quit stipulation's been added to this. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is going to be so great. This is going to be so fucking great. I think this could be the best Jon Moxley match of his title run so far. Eddie Kingston's not winning this title. I think after seeing the promo with Pac on Dynamite this past week, I think that's going to be what's next. I wouldn't be shocked if Pac don't show back up during this show or come next Dynamite. It's coming, and it's coming soon. Pac's still there. He's still waiting in the background, and he's ready to take back his Death Triangle. So, I'm picking Jon Moxley to win and retain the championship, and then eventually lose it to Kenny Omega at some time in the next couple of months. But that will do it for me. I am done. This was my preview and my predictions for Full Gear. That's what it is. Right or wrong, agree, disagree. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think, who you're predicting to win on this show. And like I've said before, if you're not already a member of the nation, go ahead and subscribe down below. Hit that button, hit that bell so you get all notifications for when we upload videos, because I do it almost daily, sometimes twice a day here on the channel. But, as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, join the nation. I'll talk to y'all later.